Hi there, it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be getting into my recent Jordan Samuel purchases. He has a 20% off sale going on until November 30th. So I wanted to give you my recommendations, plus give you my thoughts on the new After Show Body Cleanser. First, I want to get into the fragrance of the day. This is from Perfume Parlor. This is a UK brand. And this is a Stray Fruit 1947. This is the dupe for the Tom Ford Private Blend Lost Cherry. I don't particularly love this fragrance because it smells like artificial cherry pie, or if you've ever smelled like the artificial sweet almond cherry oil that you put in like cookies. It's like an extract, not an oil, it's an extract. And it smells very similar to that, like I'm gonna go and bake something. I don't know what the real Tom Ford Lost Cherry smells like. Hopefully it smells a little better than this. It just doesn't seem very complex. So just wanted to put that out there. That the dupe exists from Perfume Parlor, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Alright, so Jordan Samuel. I will just say he doesn't have a lot of sales throughout the year, so I would really recommend taking advantage if you've never tried the brand before of the 20% off sale, because it doesn't happen all the time, and this is site-wide. I don't think there's too many exclusions. Maybe the gift cards you can't get 20% off. But last night when I looked, pretty much everything was in stock. Hopefully that remains true throughout the sale. The only thing I didn't see in stock was like the 7-pack of his cleansing cloths. But everything else, good to go. I think this brand is a boutique sort of brand. I think it's growing now that it's at Cult Beauty, I believe. And he is a Jordan Samuel. If you don't know, he used to be a ballerina. And then he became an esthetician, and then in Seattle, and then he started his own skincare line. Now he's actually moved out of Seattle recently to New York. He's expanded to the UK, and he has a pretty small range of products, but they're really good. I haven't tried everything, so I'm just going to give you my recommendations on what I would buy if you've never tried the brand before. Let's talk about the After Show Body Cleanser. This just came out. I just used it last night for the first time. I really like it. I filmed this video once already, and then I watched his video on this cleanser, and now I feel a little bit more confident to talk about it. So this is a moisturizing body cleanser. This isn't a stripping, foaming, gonna make you feel squeaky clean kind of cleanser. This is really, I think, for your targeted dry areas on your body where you want to just feel a lot of extra nourishment and you want to feel like hydrated. Now, if there's some areas where you break out, you're more oily prone, you probably want to skip using this or use like a little tiny amount. Because you're gonna feel like you're not completely clean, and you are clean. It's just, you know, like when you use a oil or balmy makeup remover, you kind of have that film, and some people are okay with that and some people aren't. And you know, if you want to use a second cleanse after this, you could, but I think that for the purposes of this is more for moisturization, so you don't feel like you have to put on tons of lotion after you shower. If you use a second cleanser, you're going to kind of probably strip away a lot of this, which defeats the purpose. So it's really interesting texture. It's very similar to his facial makeup remover, the After Show Treatment Cleanser. Very similar texture. Pretty much the same smell as the original. He has a sensitive version that has no fragrance, but this has some citrus extracts in it. It smells really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the texture in my hand. And it's, you know, clear, but it has some bubbles in it. And not really bubbles, but you'll see like little tiny little air pockets in here. You probably can't see them that well, but you'll notice this is like a thick gel, right? But when you get it wet, it definitely emulsifies into an oil and then a milk and turns white. And with water, it turns to liquid very quickly. So for me, when I use this with my hands in the shower, I felt like, oh, I'm gonna have to use a lot of this to cover my body because it kind of disappears real fast. So I would really use this on my legs, on my elbows, and just really concentrate it where I want extra moisture, not necessarily for my whole body. My chest I would probably skip because I tend to break out here. My back I would probably skip, but my legs definitely are much drier. So I would use this on that area and just kind of give it an extra moisture boost. But this is the texture. It's really nice. It's a light scent. It's not super heavy. And then to show you side by side the face cleanser, this one's a little bit more off-white color. You can see that's kind of yellow, but the texture is really similar. I feel like this is a bit richer and thicker. So what he says is you don't actually want to use the body cleanser on your face because it has heavier oils in it, like vegetable oil, which you don't want to put on your facial skin. So you can't like interchange them, whatever. Like vegetable oil is not something you want to put on your face. But you can see the texture is very similar. I think he says the texture is the same, but I can feel a bit of a difference, that the face one's a little richer. But just to demonstrate like what it looks like when it emulsifies, I'm going to spray my hand. And you can see how it's turning white. And then it kind of drips down and breaks down. But that's essentially what happens and turns into a milk. It gets a lot thinner as you get it. See, it does that. That's what it does in the shower. So it starts to kind of disappear rather quickly with water, but you rub it in your, really dry areas. This is like a very different kind of cleanser for a very specific use. As I said, you're not going to feel like, oh, my skin is so clean, but you're also not going to have to rush out and put lotion on those areas like you normally would with any sort of foaming, stripping cleanser. So I think this is a very unique product. Do I think everyone's going to love it? No, because we're not used to a moisturizing body wash. We usually like that squeaky clean feeling and that really dried out feeling that we're used to. So this is a bit different, kind of a hybrid. He's trying to take skincare into our body care. He wants to give us some nourishment. And I think that really accomplishes this. Now this is over $30, so it is pricey. 20% off helps. But this is 8 ounces, 240 milliliters. Most of the time in the drugstore, you're getting huge body washes that are more than 8 ounces. So if you think of this more as a treatment, you're not going to use it over your whole body every day, maybe just when you really feel like you need it or certain areas. I think this is going to last, a lot longer than you think. If you want a comparison, he also has the facial treatment cleanser in the same size. So these are the same size, just different packaging. The aftershave treatment cleanser lasts a time for me. A little goes a long way. I put it on with dry skin if I have sunscreen on or makeup, and then I rub it in and then add water and then it emulsifies. It's a really nice makeup remover. I really like it. This is one of my top recommendations if you are new to the brand. It's the aftershave treatment cleanser. If you have sensitive skin, you don't like fragrance, you don't want any sort of extracts, he has a sensitive skin version, so check that out as well. Alright, I also picked up his facial cloths, which I really like. They're really soft. I have some from Walmart that are very similar to this, They're white, but they're just not as soft as this one is. So I got a couple packs. I got two packs because he was out of the 7-pack. But I do recommend these. They're white, but they're also really soft. And he recommends, if you really want that squeaky clean, make sure you remove all your makeup, to use this cloth with the after show treatment cleanser. And you will absolutely remove everything. I don't do that every time I take off my makeup, definitely on the thicker days, but on the lighter days I get a little bit too much exfoliation with any kind of cloth, so I don't always do that. But if you don't mind a little bit of physical exfoliation, this cloth's gonna work for you. It is two-sided. There's like a low pile and like thicker pile. This is definitely the softer side, so there's two options with the cloths. And yeah, they're really nice. Definitely recommend those. I would also recommend absolutely the Matinee Gel Cleanser. I picked up another one with my 20% off sale order, and many repeat purchases on this one and the makeup remover. The gel cleanser, I just love the texture. It's a pretty simple gel cleanser, but it doesn't feel like a gel. It feels like just really nice and cushiony and comfortable and very airy. Kind of just super comforting. It is a gel essentially, but I just like the airier, really comforting texture. It's not like, oh my gosh, that has a ton of bells and whistles in it, so I may be overhyping it. But I really like it. I like that it's simple. I like the texture of it. I use it as a second cleanser or a morning first cleanse, and it does a great job. The first ingredient is aloe. You know, has some flower, cucumber extracts in it, but it's an amazing formula. I really like it. Definitely recommend his cleansers. They're wonderful. I have tried a couple of other products from him, not everything. I have the Hydrate the Mist, and I haven't used that much of it. I like it. It's very wet though, so if you're using it for makeup, it might be too much. It sprays out a lot. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a lot of water hitting your face. I wish the sprayer was a bit better because it's like, woo. But if you're not using it for makeup, I mean, you can use it with makeup. I certainly have, like too much powder, this works. But if you just want to refresh your face, this also works really well. I don't use mist that much, so I can't really speak to like, oh, is it better than other brands? I think it definitely, I feel refreshed. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about mists. I don't think that they're necessary, so I wouldn't like say, oh, you have to have this. So I also have the retinol treatment oil, and I think this is just too oily for me. I'll just show you the texture. I think it's a nice concept to have a retinol in an oil, but it just kind of feels really thick on my skin, even with just a little amount. It's kind of heavy. So it's not like my favorite. So I kind of haven't used it in a while just because of the thickness of the oil. But if you don't mind that and you want like a retinol alternative, it's not like a high strength retinol or anything, this is an option for you. I am curious about his eye gel, hyaluronic acid serum. Those are also two popular products. He also has a moisturizer, which I haven't tried. So pretty simple line. He also has a few body products. He has a body oil and a body scrub. So a couple different things to check out. If you are serious about skincare, I would just go with the cleansers and give it a shot. See if you like it. And if you're in the market for a good cleansing cloth, I think he has some really good quality cloths. Anyways, I'm a fan of Jordan Samuel. I think he, you know, he is an esthetician. He has this is a boutique brand, but they have expanded to the UK, which is great. He's growing. Caroline Hirons is a fan of this brand, which got me to learn about it, and yeah, I love his cleansers. Alright guys, let me know if you have any questions, if you have a particular skin type that you're worried about some of these products, just let me know. Comment below, click like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.